Let's get it, man. Hold on. What the fuck, man? Trying to turn the Bluetooth off. It's tripping. It is what it is, man. Man. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. Let's go. What's good with y'all? Emmy, what's goody? Shout out to Emmy in the chat. What's good? What you doing? We live, man. In effect. Listen, man, I want to chop it up with y'all fellas, though. What's good, man? Editor, man. Editor, man, make sure you subscribe. I'm a lifestyle and dating coach. I don't think I've seen you in here before. Maybe. Not much. What about you? Chilling. I'm definitely about to get into this topic. I can't lie. It ain't much going on over here. Yo, E-Man, you see the question right here, right? Go ahead and answer that question. You too, Emmy. Answer that question in the chat, man. We need some participation. Because listen, a lot of stuff was good. Beer Prost, what's your name? You gotta have a clean record. How do you know they like you? What do you mean? You gotta have a clean record. I was just listening to Eminem yesterday, bro. That's crazy. Break that down. No criminal charges. What you mean no criminal charges? We talking about relationships. So you saying criminal charges? The question is, how do you not know they do not like you? Diamond, are you a female? Because you saying they, like you're not a female. Also, you play Fortnite. Nah, I don't play Fortnite, man. What's good, Balin? Yo, the title of this video, though, is three things they do when they do like you. I'm going to go ahead and say number one now. Or should I wait a couple minutes? I know a lot of guys are going to dispute the shit I'm saying, though. Just off the strength that, like, women can really, like, do the same shit and still not like you. But if they're not doing these things, they damn sure don't like you. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, so look, Amy said when they put effort. That's actually perfectly said, because number one is literally gonna be when they text you back. Now, y'all probably don't heard me say that before. You feel me? Y'all probably don't heard me say that before. You feel me? At the end of the day. And it's so simple, but I feel like Diamond said up here, she's like, how do you know they don't like you back? Well, then that's exactly what I'm saying right now. That's one of the first signs, because a woman will smile in your face. You feel me? When you approach her, she'll smile in your face. She'll smile in your face. She'll actually look. I'm gonna tell you the word that makes her able to trick the guy. She don't just smile in your, like, every woman is different. I told y'all this before, and I'm gonna say it again. Like, Diamond is different from Emmy, and Emmy is different from Jennifer, and Jennifer is different than Tabitha, and Tabitha is different than Rebecca, and Rebecca, you know what I'm saying? But when you don't got no game, your brain will orient your attention onto one woman at a time. Yesterday we talked about focus. We talked about in another video we talked about fragmented focus, and I always tell guys, like, even me, like, I'm an entrepreneur, like, you feel me? So I don't know when I'm gonna wake up. I literally just woke up probably like an hour ago. You feel me? And that means, what is it? Already going on 2 o'clock, right? Like, that's crazy, right? So what, I got like 10 hours before it's already nighttime, and or 9 hours, 8 hours before it's already nighttime, and that's flipping into the next day. So we're on Monday. We're gonna be soon going into Tuesday. Now, what I'm telling guys with number one is, this is why it's so important. Emmy said putting in effort. And that's actually accurate for number one, because a lot of guys you can't jump through the phone. You could call her, but if she's not even texting you, why would you even call her, right? So when Diamond say, "Oh, how don't you know that a woman don't like you?" The truth of the matter is, you don't know. You feel me? You only know by the fact that she's being, like, what's the word? Because she's not flat out telling you. You feel me? She's not gonna ever do that, like, ever in life. Even on the first approach, there's like a 15% ratio of women that's like, no, I have a boyfriend, or I'm not interested. There's like a 15% ratio. The other, what is it, 85% is like, they're like psychologically doing other shit. They're not doing that, but they're doing other shit. So, like, they might just not be feeling you. You feel me? And that's why you can't tell, because they're gonna smile in your face, and they're gonna fade out if they don't like you over a certain amount of time, which is, that's 85%. That's a big percentage of women. So the thing about women is, I always tell guys that women are unfucking predictable. But see, us men are more predictable, because obviously it's like, niggas is thirsty. You feel me? So that's number one, right? Number one is, it's a two-side sword, because first of all, you're fucking thirsty, but then second of all, that's it. Your thirstiness is caught up in a loop, because your thirstiness feeds her saying, I'm not interested. So it's kind of like it goes in a circle, you know what I'm saying? And because you're thirsty, she's like, oh well, uh it's like, kind of like energetically, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you give off that energy, then it spirals back into, oh well, I'm not interested, you know what I'm saying? But if you were not thirsty in the first place, Lord had mercy on your soul, which she probably had liked you anyway. And that's why this shit is so psychological. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, number one is what the one y'all gotta focus on the most. I'm telling y'all, I told you, I just woke up. It's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. That little window right there is like, why y'all think I'm live right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not ever thinking about women unless I have to. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys a lot of guys will look at my content and say, "Why would he talk about his women?" Not even realizing, like, that is content. But guess what? At the end of the day, the women that you're gonna cuff is gonna look across the street. Like I was walking down the street the other day. Let me tell y'all something. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning on Friday or Saturday. And I went to this Turkish spot that I like to go to. And yeah, I want y'all to see something real quick. Like, you feel me? The difference in just lifestyles, right? So you got people who always go to parties, whatever. These guys will take their women to a bar. And yeah, that guy's quote unquote smashing her, whatever, probably right. But it's not about the physical smash, it's about the psychological smash because women are always, they got eyes. And that's the problem. So no matter who they get with, they're always going to be looking across the street. And that's just human nature, you feel me? And it don't mean that they're going to go across the street, but we know the female nature, you feel me? They like to dally and dabble as often as possible if they can. If they feel like you a sucker and they see somebody else that's flyer than you or somebody who look like, hey, this guy might have more money than you, or hey, this guy, he might be taller than you. This is why guys say looks don't matter. I'd be like, you crazy, because at the end of the day, she has to look. She's gonna literally look across the street. And it's something in nature that's crazy, whereas though people are never satisfied with what they got. And these guys don't got no game anyway. So it's kind of like, again, it goes back to point number one. I don't give a fuck if a woman is medium interested in me, low interest or no interest. In fact, I expect it. I expect it, and I think that's why I have more grit and determination in game than a lot of guys, because I've done won, I've done lost. You feel me? And there's no way you could really lose because at the end of the day, if she don't like you, how's that a loss? Now, a loss is when you love somebody. This is what I see as a loss, and this is why I can't be defeated in this shit. Because a loss to me is like a family member, or a loss to me is like somebody who I really love. Y'all guys take rejection as a chick that you just met. You maybe gave her a hug on the approach. You maybe kissed her ass on the approach. You probably did something that made you feel, damn, shucks, I can't wait till she hit me up. And listen, man, you don't know if she would have cheated on you. You don't know if her shit looked like a pastrami. You don't know nothing. And this is what you gotta always remind yourself, because let me tell you something. In the midst of you chasing behind somebody, they look like they look golden. They look beautiful. That's the problem. They really do. They really do. Um, when Kim Kardashian is with Kanye and Kanye's laying down with Kim, they're not seeing what we're seeing in the magazines when they got on the Versace and the, you know what I'm saying? Like, so back to the video. Rule number one is, like Emmy said, if she's not putting in effort, if see, I think Emmy talking about us. A lot of women do feel like that with men, like, oh, if this guy is not texting me a lot. But ain't that the catch 22 right there? I said in the video the other day, I said when I was at Job Corps, it was a chick that liked me. I didn't like her, but my homie liked her. She didn't like him, but I had a shorty, but she was toxic. Meaning she liked me, but like she was toxic. So it was like it was one of them things where, and I ain't have no game. So it was like we was all, the whole school was fucked up. You feel me? Because everybody always want to chase some shit. Nobody want to settle for nothing. That's the USA. Niggas is raised never to do that. You feel me? Always try to level up. And here's the thing: the same woman that's rejecting you would probably take another version of you. That's crazy, isn't it? Like that's technically crazy to me. Like if you are not where you want to be, like I said, people want what they can't have. That's really what it is. People always want to, in the red pill sense, fuck up. They don't want to fuck up. They want to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And that's understandable to a degree because it's like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? Your self-esteem is your self-esteem. You feel me? God put you in this world alone, bruh. Guys always want to chase some shit. It's because they act like they fucking mom. Hold on, let me see. The question is, how do you not know they don't like you? Hold on real quick. So number one is chat. Number one is yo, Emmy, right? Number one, oh yeah, you already basically did when they put in effort. But mine was more so when they don't, for the fellas, when they don't text you back. See, so it's a little, I guess women see the same thing we see in that regard. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's really effort, bro. Like, a chick will literally leave a nigga on red. Like, or a chick will, hold on, y'all. Yeah, so you basically, you basically that, you know, it's basically how they text you back, fellas. That's number one. If they don't text you, you gotta next them. You know, remember that movie, remember that TV show Next? See, every time a guy gets left on red, what does he do? He takes it to heart, or he lets his emotions become, this is bigger than women. It's not really about women, it's about your emotional maturity or your emotional strength or whatever you want to call it. The bottom line is you guys are no different than women. Because again, if you are raised by women, you are emotional. So what happens is that you're easy to manipulate. So the truth of the matter is you don't know why she didn't text you back. And it really doesn't matter. You probably got women that you're not texting back. That's what I'm really trying to point out in this seemingly dilemma. It's not a real dilemma, but it seems like one because people have a tendency to focus on what they can't do and not what they already got going. That's all it really is all the time. Like it's 2 o'clock, right? Like, you know, you could go out there, approach women. You know what I'm saying? You could go out there, make money, approach women. Like that's way more progressive nature than saying, oh, this one chick, man, she ain't really get back to me. You know, we live in a land of complainers. You know what I'm saying? And that's that mommy shit. Hold on, let me see. Also play Fortnite. Hi, bro. When they put in effort. Yeah, so number one was text back. When they don't text you back, fellas, you already know that it's game over. It's GG's. Like, you feel me? I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Now a lot of people say it's how you text and what you were saying that made her feel this and made her feel that. Yeah, yeah, there's that. You know what I'm saying? There's how much game you got, but at the end of the day, you know, listen, if you was talking to her, you approached her, she showed you good energy. She smiled, smiling in your face, giving you some form of, hey, you know, this, hey, you know, hey, I might fuck with you. It might go this way. You know, she's giving you that type of. Wait, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Yo? Hold on. My bad. I forgot the headphone wasn't in. Nice skin, bro. Very clean. Thank you. Wait a couple minutes. I'm trying to think. Say green bean. I don't know. Be yourself at Goofy. It always works for me. Ask them to split the bill and see their reaction. I'm talking about before the date. Before the date. If you're on a date, that's different because a lot of guys are gonna they're gonna assume that the woman likes them because you're paying for something for her to eat, and so that's already fucked. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm listen. This is preventative game, not I took her to Red Lobster and now I'm trying to be a player at Red Lobster game. This is I'm not taking that hoe to Red Lobster, so she better like me because if she don't like me, we ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't going nowhere. This is that. This is not the P stand for preventative, bro. This ain't this ain't that, and that's why I'm saying guys can't be preventative if they're thirsty. So that's what I'm basically. That's what's number one. Number one was stop being thirsty, and that's I believe that's to honestly the only problem with game. Like there's really no real problems with game at all. There's no ever really a problem with a nigga with game. It starts with the chessboard, right? If you're playing chess, it's your first move that fucks up everything. Hold on, let me see. Yo, bro, how you doing? I'm white, but I identify more with black. Well, make sure you subscribe because we black as hell over here. I know dudes are thirsty girls. I know dudes. I know dudes are thirsty. Girls are too. I turned down over 40 girls the past month because I don't want to date nobody. I just got done in a 10-year relationship. What you got to say about that one? What is there to say, bro? You ain't say nothing. What did you just say for me to respond to? What did you just say? You feel me? So number one was texting. If she don't text you, if she's not constantly or frequently texting you or trying to, that's the bare minimum though. I'm not even gonna lie. Like there's levels to this shit, right? And I'm gonna go to level two, number two. So number two of what how you know a woman is not or is interested in you is how um and this one is going to be debated by women probably in a way because women will always say no that's not true. Listen, if she doesn't want to link up with you, like my boy just said, go on a fucking lobster date or go on a TGI whatever you trying to do. I don't give a fuck what it is really. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come over. If she's doing this lawful shit, if she's moving like a snail from hell, and all you're doing is trying to set something up so you could, hey, 90% of the time, y'all are trying to pay for the two of you. And she's still acting like, oh, I got to get to know you more, blah, 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 blah. Listen, man, that shit's over. You know what I'm saying? Over. GG's. She don't like you. You see what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how nice she is. And that's where I keep telling y'all, this go back to number one, the throw off. Number one is the worst thing because they smile in your face. You know, a smile is what uh a smile is deceptive in nature. Like that's the most deceptive thing humans got is the smile. Like the smile is literally a symbol that remember when you used to go to the doctors as a kid and they pluck your arm with that needle and they give you a little sticker with a smile. Man, they was fucking us over the whole time. But listen, that's what I'm saying. They smiling. Oh, you want my Instagram? Here, I'll take your Instagram. And whole time they're gonna leave you on scene. Let me know if the noise in the background y'all can hear it, and let me know because we will move to another room because these little ass apartments can't tame a nigga. Now let's keep going. Um, howdy, what's good, Brian? How do I type in the chat? Haley, what's good? Why you retract your message? Hi, bro. What is the stream about? How to know if a woman is feeling you or not? That's just what it is. It's simple, bro. We already on number two. Number one is if she don't text back frequently, often, that's letting you know that she's not feeling you. Number two, say she's texting back, but say you're trying to set up a link up. Like, and let me get more specific on number two. Even if she's texting you back frequently as hell, and you're saying, hey, let's get off of Instagram, text me. And she's like, oh, let's stay here. That's a little sign. But say y'all keep texting and she's keeps going and the conversation is kind of all right, you know what I'm saying? Like most of the time it's gonna be, I'm not gonna lie, and this is why I don't want y'all to get tricked because 90% of the time you're going to when you like somebody or you think somebody's attractive, 90% of the time your brain is going to flex around the things that if you thought she was average, you were gonna just be like, nah, I'm good and 100%. So your brain is gonna, our brains is malleable, it's flexible, so it'll find a way to kind of keep the ball rolling if you feel like it's worth it. And this is what Emmy was talking about because the truth of the matter is, I told Emmy like, you know what I'm saying? If Emmy lived closer to me, we would have probably went out on a date. You feel me? Because that's that's what I'm saying. If that's another one, but we're gonna put this in number two category, bro. She lives right next to you. If a woman lives right next to you, this goes with number two in terms of she'll text you, but then you're trying to move locations. This is a sign because most guys that don't got no game, they're not even trying to move no location. Some of y'all are, but what I'm saying is from Instagram to the text message, that's a location move. From the text message to Dave and Buster's, that's a location move. Or just let's get together, let's go for a walk. Let's go to the park. Let's take some footsteps together. That's letting you know that she's like not interested. If she's not with that shit, bro, she's not with that shit. She's not with that shit. You feel me? So that's the sign right there. You feel me? And it's okay. And what I'm trying to tell y'all, the more rejections you get, the more you should be like happy that they rejected you. Like at first you're gonna be like, damn, like you feel me? What the fuck I get rejected? But like as you grow, you know. You grow better, you know better, you know better, you grow better. So what you do is you recognize the nature of the women. You don't get mad because what happens is that me being a scientist, I could never be mad at nature. So it's like if I'm noticing, okay, sometimes it is little things like, communication is key to life in general. So sometimes her love language, you don't know it. So maybe you're being a certain type of way, or maybe you're not giving her enough attention. It could be like, and that's the thing. When you're a man, you're driving for you and her. That's the problem. So you gotta actually be smart enough to get to know her. And this is why I say she might want to stay on Instagram and not text you in the fucking regular text. But that's going to take a level of IQ for on your end to not just cut her off completely because I was told some game in the past, and I got to give credit where it's due. Somebody once told me never cut off the chicks, never cut off the chicks that's like fucking with you. And that she I was told this when I was like 20 years old. I'm 30 now, right? I was still a fucking kid, 19, 20. And somebody asked me like, "Yo, where's your girl? Where's your girlfriend?" And I told him, "Hey, I broke up with her. I ain't fucking with it right now." And he told me he was like, "Man, listen, you never cut off the last chick you got." You know what I'm saying? I ain't at the time. I was like, "Man, I don't know, man. She had to go." But I'm 30 now, and I see why he said that. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to tell you, that's how women think. They will text you and not even give you no ass. They will text you and not even link up with you. They will text you and basically make you a fan instead of a man. They're not trying to give you none of them yam. But I'm telling you, this is why the world is how it is. You got to understand, fellas, that when a woman is giving you some of her attention, you got to recognize that sometimes, because not every woman is going to do that. It's just like if a job hire you, right? I had a hard time getting jobs last year or the year before that. When a job opens up and they say, hey, you know what? We're looking for somebody. You could take the first job that you get. That might be thirsty, maybe, maybe not. You might just be a nigga looking for a job, and a job opened, an opportunity opened up. So in the back of your mind, if you was to take your own consciousness out, you would know 85% of people would just take the job because they're not stupid. But you might make an excuse because you're so used to not working. You be like, damn, man, I don't even feel like doing that shit for real. So you'll stay in that pattern, and that's what this game is about, patterns. See, understand, a woman that's give you some attention might even feel weird for you if you're not used to all of that all the time. You might be used to Pornhub at this phase in your life, this season. So a chick texts you, you might just be like, man, I'll get back to her when I can, whatever. You might not even be a great texter, right? It's levels, it's reasons behind everything. And this is why communication rules the nation. Communication rules the nation. A woman that will communicate with you, bro, that's golden. That's golden. Right? I'm out here saving lives right now with this ism. I'm out here saving lives. A lot of guys say, man, cut her off if she do this, do that, do that. You gotta be, it's not about cutting people off, it's about how you're cutting them off. They even teach you this in therapy, right? With family members. Like if you cut a family member off by yelling at them, they're not gonna interpret that as you. If you do it with anger, they're gonna still fuck with you. Oh, like, oh yeah, you on some bitch shit. I'll be back next week. He just bitching right now. They're not gonna take you serious. So that's how emotions work, bro. You can't be emotional as a man. You have to, if you're gonna cut a woman off, she had to do something seriously for that to happen. It can't be something like emotional, like, oh, like, reactive. You can't do it out of being reactive. You have to do it out of being active. This is why I say people want what they can't have. It's psychology. It's the way of the world. People want what they can't get, what's scarce. They don't want what you approach a chick, you telling her, oh, I want to link up later today, whatever you say. It's all depending on her nervous system and what she been through with men and what she thinking about you. And a lot of different shit summing up. But you gotta understand that the pedestal is always something in the back of your subconscious that you might be thinking, oh, am I putting her on the pedestal, whatever. Fuck her. You know? Because listen, a wife is not just a good looking human being. You know? If like I tell y'all, bro, what is rejection, man? Because if a chick you wasn't that interested in you rejects you, do it even count to you? Not really. But if a chick that you're like proud about or happy about achieving doesn't get back to you, then it creates um this whirlwind of like over obsessing about something that really means nothing. If y'all don't know what the stream is about, y'all just not listening, man. What's good, Electric Pigeon? Electric Pigeon is crazy. Listen, man, get this ism, man. This shit crazy in there, man. Make sure y'all sub. It's 5 of y'all in here. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. But yeah, the world, and then go back to yesterday, man. We talked about distractions, bro. That video was fire to me, and it still matters today. Today, just because it's a new day don't mean the fucking message is different. A beautiful face is a distraction. That's game. A beautiful woman is a distraction. So when you go out here, approach 15 women a day, you listen to the GL Dub, you think that, okay, he said approach women that's a 7 through 10. If they're under a 7, you might not even, because you can't really do all of that anyway. Like, yeah, sometimes you could approach a 6 or 5, but in reality, when you busy and you're like in the mall and you see too much fine shit, you gotta just pull the trigger. You can't really sit there and wait. So, and you don't have time to, so you gotta do it this way because you don't got time to really, because that'll cause you to hesitate. Oh, do I want this one? Do I want that one? You go to a parade, not a parade, a fucking not a circus. What's the other shit with the Ferris wheel shit? Forgot what that shit is, but say you go anywhere, the mall, you know, you're like, oh, this chick is right here. She's a 6. This chick's right here. She look like a 6 or a 7, and your brain will be like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and talk to her because I can't tell. That's. But like I'm telling you, your thought process matters in the game. Your thought process matters more than even them texting you back. Because the thing about life that's so funny is that people be wrapped up in their own psychology. They be wrapped up. If you spend too much time in the house, you're gonna be wrapped up in your own. It's like a snake wrapping around your mind, a python just wrapping around your shit, and it's strangling your shit and making you think shit that's not even happening. That's how crazy being in the crib is. Soon as you go outside, you're not thinking about did she text me back. You like, man, I don't even this bitch don't even exist. Literally, she don't exist. That's why the phones is the biggest deceptions on earth. Phones. I tell y'all this all the time. Phones are straight deception. If you're not making money off the phone, don't be on it. Cause doom scrolling is also when you're waiting for a woman to text you back. It's the same thing. It's no difference between watching something negative online and sitting there or jerking off or waiting for a woman to get back to you. It's the same thing. It's on the same frequency. The frequency above that one is action. I'm not waiting around for you to text me back. I'm outside. You should have so many bitches that a woman gotta pull you out of some pussy in order for you to text her back. Not the other way around. I'm not fighting over no bitch. That's against everything I've ever been in my life. All my life, women to fight over me. I'm not fighting over y'all. And that's what I'm saying. When they rejecting you like that or not texting you back, they're flipping. The frame has been flipped because now your brain is on them. Your brain is, hey, shorty could have been my wife. Shorty could have been my baby mom. Why the fuck would you? Why the fuck would you think some shit like that? You just met that bitch. You know why? Cause you ain't talking to no bitches, man. That's all it be, bro. And the truth of the matter is, bro, listen, a woman that really like you is gonna text you back. We ain't even get to number 3. Number 3 is a heavy hitter. Cause y'all damn sure, y'all like, man, I don't understand. But listen, attraction is attraction is attraction. See, women get y'all off of what Alan Roger Curry, he said, the possibility of sex. You thinking, look, you meet a fine shit, right? You think about the possibility of sex. She's not even thinking about, well, she's thinking like, would I sleep with him or not? But she's not really like even giving energy into it. So it's like a catch 22 because here you are running into a brick wall. You're waiting for her to text you back to see if you're even got a shot at that pussy. And she's not even considering, she's basically shrugging you off in a way, in a metaphorical. She's shrugging you off. She's like, I could do better than this. Uh, he all right. Uh, not really my type. Uh, and I'm telling y'all, man, it's a reason why that doesn't feel good because you're too good for that. That's why you're better than that. People say rejection is supposed to be just something that doesn't ever hurt, but uh, it shouldn't. But the truth of the matter is, I told y'all in the other video, you threw your fishing rod in that water. So you can't sit here, oh, I don't give a fuck, man. I don't give a fuck. Fuck her, man. It sounds strong, but you know you threw your fist. It's just impossible to say she threw her right at you. But you know, you and her both know. That's why the game is so funny. What's good, CM? Shout out for the 5 gifted in the motherfucking chat, man. I gotta get down there and see what y'all talking about though. We gonna make it to number 3. But number 1 is texting you back. Number 2 is when you try to move from a location to a location, if she don't follow you, if she don't follow you, that's not necessarily mean fully that she don't like you, but there's a sign there. When a woman does not follow your lead, brother, it's a sign there. You know, when you driving on the street and you see a stop sign, your ass better stop. You feel me? Because there's consequences for running that stop sign. So I'm telling you, it's the same thing with game. When she don't text you back, when she don't text you back, you delete her number and move forward. But when she texting you like a motherfucker, yeah, she's trying to talk more, but she's kind of like playing with the speed of what we call making shit go down or making shit happen. Because that's some slick shit. Let me tell you why. Because when somebody is fully attracted to somebody, right, they don't press the brakes. That's what women are not going to actually verbalize because they're not really, I don't know, women don't verbalize these things. Like we said yesterday, they mask. If they're not feeling you, they're not going to say, I'm not feeling this one thing about you, da 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 da. Some will, but most won't. And that's the reason why attraction is always going to be hard to figure out. Like Diamond said at the beginning, how don't you know that a woman ain't feeling you? That's exact. Women are mystifying creatures. They're not direct in no sense of the fucking imagination. And so, how do you know she like you? Even if you marry her, how do you know she like you? Even if you put a baby in her and marry her, she can what you call it, have a prenup and take half your money, which is showing you, after all, I never really liked you. Now, yeah, at first it's called the honeymoon stage. This is why we still on number 2, y'all. Honeymoon stage. A lot of y'all, these women are not taking y'all serious. So here's the thing. You still are having the honeymoon stage. It's just you're having it either alone. That first week of texting her, she's like I said, even on the first approach, that could be like a micro honeymoon stage because she's smiling. Hell, she gave you a hug. She let you grab that, whatever. She let you fill up on the, whatever you did. She let you do all of those things. Now, the throw off is when she never texts you back. Because now you're like, okay, it's like a roller coaster that go all the way up. You're at the top of the roller coaster and then it just go down. Or it gets stuck at the top. You get stuck at the top and you just like, man, where the fuck is the drop? Set you up for the downfall. You feel me? Instead of just saying, "Oh no, I'm not gonna give you my Instagram." No, no, and like I tell y'all, man, that's not gonna happen. You go in this world, they're not gonna not give you their Instagram. You feel me? They're not gonna not do that. Women are nosy too by nature, so it's like, who's this guy? So it's like they're gonna definitely get the Instagram sometimes. You know, like I said, the ones that don't want you at all, they're not gonna do it. If there's a little interest, if you spike the little interest, they give you the IG. But that does not mean that you're gonna get in between or even a response. Like, not even to make it sexual per se, because I'm the type of guy, yes, if I approached you, I'm sexually attracted to you. But at the end of the day, I'm not really thirsty like that, in the like it's not that serious that I fuck you, you know what I'm saying? But it is serious that you put yourself out in a we build comfort, if that makes sense. It's very important. Comfort is I value comfort immensely. Sometimes too much, but I value comfort. So if I text you, you don't respond and leave me on scene, then it's like, oh well, now because I reached out, so I try to make it move forward, but now you stagnating it on purpose And that's what my mind gonna tell me. Not, oh, she got busy or she just seen it, she'll respond later. No, I'm not that guy. I'm not playing like that. You're not playing with me like that because at the end of the day, this is the problem, fellas. Um, Scarcity. Hold on, let me see. I timed out live. I timed out live because I timed out live because he keep on saying you live with your mom. Who the fuck is live? I see you did delete somebody messages. Amen. Whatever you say about the dudes, some guys are not like this. Some of us guys don't even care. Yes, we can hear you. What you mean some guys don't even care? You're right. I'm agreeing with you. This is what the whole fucking video is about. I know it sounds like I'm ranting. It sound the emotionality that I put behind the shit might sound like, oh, he's red pill, he's complaining, whatever the case may be. And you're right. Some men they don't really feed in at all, and that's a good thing. I'm not here to draw a distinction because I think that's an issue too. Like, I don't put other men above me in no sense of imagination because, like I said, you are who you hang with at the end of the day. So, if if you're not my bro, Diamond, if you're not my bro, then I don't give a fuck what you're doing with a bitch. Now, if you were somebody I chill with every day, or hell, even if you followed me on IG, my IG is in the link in the description, right? Then at that point, I would say, oh, but my boy Diamond, he don't really feed into these type of antics, so maybe that would be a useful thing, right? You're right though. I know guys who I don't know what the fuck they do, but from the looks of it, they try at least try not to feed into that. But every man, when the lights cut off and nobody's watching there, oh damn man, that bitch ain't hit me, man. I mean, they might not talk for hours on it, but because I don't talk for hours on it unless I'm on YouTube. To be honest, I really don't give a fuck, like, on in the craziest way. Like, I don't think people realize that about me, but because the content I make, but I really, it's like a yin and a yin. It's like I'm a human, so if I put my focus on it, then it's going to magnetize. It's going to grow because I'm looking at it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what a YouTube channel is about. It's about ranting and it's about talking about the situations that pop up. At the end of the day, like I said, man, obviously you care because you approached her. You might not care, but even if you don't care, it's all in like I said, psychological. At the end of the day, it's psyche shit. At the end of the day, you wanted her, bro. You approached her. It was something about her you seen, and even if it was just, oh, you wanted to fuck, right? Bare minimum shit. You still didn't fuck. So if you didn't fuck, then your brain like, damn, why she play? Especially if, say, she lived near you, or like, it's really easy for that to happen. And I noticed in my life, it's not where she lives, it's who she is. Like, you know what I'm saying? It does not where how close she is. Like, cause a lot of times I smashed a couple chicks that live close to me, like at least like 4 or 5 in this neighborhood. In this neighborhood. And there's still a lot of women I meet around and they be living down the street or somewhere and they don't text me or whatever happens. But the truth of the matter is it's not about that, bro. It's about the woman because it's they're all different. Like I can't compare this woman to that woman. Like you just said, you can't compare this guy to that guy. Some guy gonna talk more about this. Some guy gonna be like, man, it ain't that serious, man. Fuck her. Yeah, it ain't serious at all. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, as soon as the nigga go back outside, I don't remember you. But while I'm in the crib, I remember you. You know what I'm saying? While I'm in the house, I remember you, bitch. I just met you. So yeah, that's definitely a psychological thing. And I seen a woman say that on social media the other day. She was like, I just realized guys just be bored. They only hit us up and double, triple text us and da 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 because they be bored. She never thought about this. See, women gotta also think about why guys do what they do. It's not always lust. It's not always lust. It could be strict. Like you can't even jerk off. Like when I was younger, I couldn't even jerk off. Like I didn't have time. I was too busy. That's what I'm saying. It's being busy that makes a guy not care. It's not that the nigga don't care. It's that the nigga can't care because he can't care. Like women will say, I like a guy with a life. He gotta have some type of life. That's literally what it is. Like I'm telling y'all, if you in the crib, you're going to think about that bitch. Especially if she was somebody that was somebody like, because at the end of the day, you can approach a six, like I said, and she's slight chubby and shit. And you in your mind, you like, man, I really don't care. But even the fact that your feet, you took them steps towards her, even that will relish in your mind. Like, damn, like you feel me? Why did I even do that when I could have just focused on this or did this or. But that's what comes with the territory of approaching and learning how to communicate and be better with women. You have to actually talk to women. So it's like it's a catch-22 because you're not getting anything out of sitting in the house not talking to women. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying. So it come with the territory. It's not to say you care. It's just to say that it's going to at some point dull. It's going to at some point um be on line. Like you feel me? Like damn. Like sure you really just hit me with the okey doke. Hit me with what Jada. Hit me with what a fucking uh what's the name? Michael Jackson's sister, Janet Jackson, hit Tupac with. Damn, she kissed me and everything. We kissed on the set and everything, and I asked her for a number, and she never hit me back. Or I called. He said he called her, and it went to voicemail. And Pac got bitches. You see what I'm saying? Pac got a lot of bitches, but the ones that you be wanting, it's like they're gonna hit you with some flim flam shit, man. And so you can't say you didn't care. Like that's what the game is really about. It's when you couldn't say you didn't care because if you don't care, you don't care. You're not even like you said. You're not even gonna bring it up because you don't give a fuck. But the truth is, man, you should never let them see you sweat, regardless, man. Yes, we can hear you. Hola, what's good, Rand? Who is your favorite celebrity singer? Who's my favorite celebrity singer? My favorite celebrity singer is that's a good question, bro. Like I don't even think about that for real. Cause I it's not a favorite. I don't got a favorite. I don't when it comes to R&B, I don't got a favorite. I probably do, but I haven't took the time to think about it. But I like everybody, bro. Akon. I like a lot of the '90s shit and the '80s shit. So like it's like groups. I like certain groups. I like certain groups, and like I said, man, it's like too many people. I like B2K. Some shit in the playlist. That shit. I got a couple of these shits in my playlist. Um, who else? Chris Breezy. Um, it's everybody, bro. It ain't really one person. I ain't gonna lie, cause it's like a good song is a good song. So it's like even rappers nowadays. I'm like, bro, my Spotify is so built. It's like I can't even choose one rapper. I was listening to Slim Shady yesterday. I might, it's 50 Cent in my shit, Lloyd Banks, and it's all in a playlist. So it's like I got playlists for different things. So like even approaching women and like if I'm gonna go outside, like there's a playlist that I'll listen to sometimes. It depends how I'm feeling, but Cause I'll throw on Spotify if my crib is noisy. So I'll throw on Spotify, put the headphones in. I might do some push-ups. I might do some whatever I do, and then it's like, okay, I feel totally different. So it's more so for me, music is about state change. I want to change the state or condition that I'm in right now. If I'm in a mood that feels like life is a drag and I'm not having fun, and I feel a little what the doctors would say is depression. I don't believe in that word, but I feel depressed to a degree, right? Listening to some 50 Cent or listening to some 50 Cent or listening to some like anybody, hold on. Yeah, so like the music, it could either way, man. All I know is that music could a lot of people like in church, that's why they play music, man. That shit good for the soul. It's good for the soul. And it keep you really, in my opinion, it keep you away from like demonic shit. Hold on. Yo, nah, listen, man. So anyway, the music could help you. It don't matter the song. The song just gotta touch your soul. It could be 50 Cent. It could be Chris Breezy. It could be Omarion. It could be really not anybody, but a lot of the shit we grew up on. When I listen to it, man, it be the beat too. It's not just the song. It's not just the artist. It's the beat. Cause the attitudes niggas had, the mentalities, that energy is still very useful to me. So whether I'm in the gym, whether I'm, you know what I'm saying, doing push-ups at the crib, whether I'm about to go for a walk, these little activities that's technically free, you could be about to go do your side hustle or go to work for some of y'all. You know, before you get to your destination, you put in your headphones and you listen to some music. That's all I'm trying to say. Hit the gym, little bro. Who's what have you done to this lady? You complaining, bro? What's good, Alicia? Hey guys, stream my album please on all the platforms. Brother, can I say the word? What's good, Eli? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? How you feeling, bro? Like I said, man, women are the type of creatures, man, where you gotta just understand something about them, bro. The fact that they want what they can't have will disgust you. Cause it's like, if they could have you, then it's like, you're cooked. If they could have you, you're cooked. You gotta really take a moment of silence to really think about that real quick. Cause why can I have him so easily? And the more attractive, physically attractive she is, the more this comes into effect, which is the worst part. My bad. It's All women are like this across the world, across the nation. But the ones you really want, the ones you really trying to fuck with, it's gonna be that. It's gonna be that way. It's gonna be that way. So you might as well just focus on yourself, man. Focus on your grind. Yo, Eli, you still in here? Drop a one if y'all still in the chat, man. We got 3 people in the chat, man. That's enough for me. I'm gonna get to number 3 though. We gotta get to number 3. Number 2 is if she's not texting you back. Wait, that was number 1? Yeah, number 1 is if she's not texting you back. So if y'all look at y'all phones right now, check on your apps, and you let me know, are these women texting you back? If they are, then you have to now look in the mirror and say, am I texting them back? That's where it gets fuzzy. That's where, whoever guy you look up to is looking at you like, look at this young fool. Because now you're no different than the chick that's rejecting you. She's actually reflecting you. She's actually reflecting you. Biggest mistake that I think guys are always gonna make is they're going to do what the woman is doing. They want what they can't have. I feel like everything is targeted towards girls on your channel, which in my opinion is messed up. Well, have you watched every video? That's a bigger question for you. Because it's really targeted for the guys. When y'all say something that y'all feel offended about, you gotta be more specific. You can't just say something that's half-baked, Bake the whole cake, think about it, scrutinize what you're really saying right now. Don't say, I feel like this. Come with something grounded. What have I done to target women? Nothing. Nothing at all. I'm talking to men so that men can figure out. I'm just told, if you were just listening, you would have heard me tell guys to focus on themselves. Not to focus on women, to focus on themselves. You see? So if I'm telling another guy to focus on himself, what does that have to do with women? You see what I'm saying? Nothing. But this video has to do with women because about how they text back and it's about women, females' choices. And how their choices are actually reflecting our choices, because when you want something you can't have, you're going to get butthurt like a woman. Ali or Tyson? Well, I gotta choose. Let me tell y'all something, chat, for the fellas. When you text a woman back, you're choosing her. You're choosing her. That's how her nervous system takes that. Right? When a woman don't text you back, she's not choosing you. Every time you pick up your phone, you got probably like 100, no, not 100, maybe, but you probably got like 30 apps on your phone, 35 apps on your phone, 40 apps. 50 apps. And this is more game for y'all too. The app folder game, the app game. I got folders of apps, and it's 24 hours in a day, like I tell y'all, where you spend the most time in what apps? Snapchat, Instagram, your texting app, whether that's WhatsApp or wherever you guys are at. It could be your regular cell phone app, whatever. Um, this matters because, like I told y'all, bro, you spend more time thinking about what you can't get when you are messy, when your life is messy, when, like I said, you might spend 10 minutes on Spotify and then now you go over here, you randomly at a library for some reason today. You know, you went to Barnes and Nobles all of a sudden, and now you're on this side of town, and then now you're at the thrift store, and now you're getting a hoodie, and now you're over here at, the movies, and that's good because you're staying active, but you're not. So you have a real life and a meta life. The cell phone matters, bro. Because even though I say the cell phone is the devil, you still got to use that shit correctly. Because it could be the devil or it could be an angel for you. You just got to use it the right way. A lot of guys are doom scrolling with their shit. They jerking off with their shit. They doing everything except being organized and spending their time wisely. So back to my point, when you choose her, she's not choosing. When you and a woman are texting each other back and forth for, let's say, 5 days straight, that's a sign that there's some form of attraction on both sides. We have to think about a magnet, like magnets. But see, a lot of guys, here's the rule. You approached her, where's your follow through at? You approached her, nigga. Where's your follow through at? Drop a one if y'all still in the chat. There's 3 people in here. I got this juice from 7-Eleven. This shit actually straight though, I ain't gonna lie. You know what women are attracted to, chat? A guy that does not give a flying fuck. That's the frequency. That's the frequency that you need to retain, that frequency. So number one was she don't text you back. Number 2 is she do text you back, but she doesn't follow your lead. If you try to lead things to a certain location. And last but not least, number 3 is y'all didn't fuck. Y'all didn't have sex. I know that one is far out because if you can't even do number 1 and number 2, how you gonna do number 3? But these 3 things are connected because it only takes literally 1 day for these 3 things to take place. It doesn't take a week. It doesn't take 2 weeks. It doesn't take a month. Now, this is where I said women are gonna have pushback, possibly, because when it comes to dating, you got to think about time. Oh, man. When it comes to dating, you got to think about time because our time for when we're ready to, get physical might be different than their time when they're ready to get physical with us. Right? Some food for thought. Your time when you're trying to crush her shall and usually will be different than when she's ready to get crushed. That's a rule of thumb. That's more consistent in a 30-day span. Right? When are we in May? So from May 1st to May 30th, your body count, how many chicks you smash, right? The time some women are like, oh, I'm not smashing a guy on the first day, right? That's understandable. Some women are like, I'm not gonna smash a guy in the first week. What's good, Jordan? How you been, bro? Some women are like, I'm not gonna smash a guy in the first week. Y'all make sure you hype. I don't know if y'all can hype this video, hype some of the the regular videos. Like if y'all can, make sure y'all do that. Drop a comment as well. I got all these subscribers now. Y'all don't even comment on my shit. I appreciate y'all though when y'all come in here, but it don't gotta be a good comment. Y'all don't gotta agree with everything I say, but comment on some videos, hype some videos, man. But like I said, number 3 is y'all haven't slept together yet. Number 1 is she don't text you back. Y'all already know to remove those women out of your phone. They should not be in the castle of your orbit no more. You cannot just be in someone's orbit. This fucks up your game. Number 2 is you're trying to text her. I mean, yeah, you're trying to get her to come through or go to the movies or just to get together. And for some fucking odd reason, it just feels very slow. She's like doing this raccoon type of thing, this fucking weasel type of move on you and slowing it down. She might be actively talking to you though, and I want y'all to watch out for that because if you think every woman's an attention whore, you're gonna lose right here because they're not all an attention whore. Some of them are just healthy women that don't want to get fucked fast. And that's understandable to a degree. You gotta understand that. You gotta understand that. To a degree, that's where I feel like that's where this shit gets crazy. Because at that point, like you can tell a woman don't like you if she don't text you. Like that's obvious. But a woman that's texting you, but that's slowing down, getting together, that's where your brain is going to start to kind of like loop on. Like again, it's like in NLP they talk about an open loop. Your brain is on an open loop because your brain is like, man, when are we gonna get together? So now you gotta think about her because she's what we call playing games. But see, at the end of the day, the question is she playing games or is she stalling you? How can you tell the difference? Well, you have to be talking to her. You have to be texting her. You have to be actively. And that's why I tell you, you approached her, so follow through. Get back to her. Text her back. Don't let the women that don't want nothing to do with you become louder than the women who are actually texting you back. The ones that are actually showing actively that I see value in you. You know, I see something here. Even though I didn't sleep with you overnight, but I see something here. It's like human beings always take the path of least resistance. Like that's something that y'all should know about life. Like we always do that, right? So that's inside of our like makeup as people to always, oh, I don't, if I could take a car, I'm not gonna take the bus. If I could take the bus, I'm not gonna walk, But when you do that, you get sick. But if you kept walking and appreciating the the thing you came from instead of the thing that you're becoming, which is lazy, you would be like, man, you know what? It's okay for me to just walk to wherever, remaining humble in the grand scheme, right? When I didn't have no bike or no car, I had to do it. I still don't have no car, but when I have no like electric scooter or nothing, like I like a lot of people don't know me, bro. Last year I was walking like a motherfucker all around, everywhere. Like when my scooter, I had a scooter and then it broke, and I had to walk. I had to take the city bus. I had to do what I could do, and that shit hurt, man. That shit hurt going from the scooter back to What you can call it, man. It did. It was pain. I ain't gonna hold you. But I also had to think positively, like, bro, listen, man, find a way. That's what it really was. Find a way. If I gotta buy a basketball and dribble that as I walk, or if I had to use a skateboard or something cheap that I can afford at the time, I found many different ways to continue on my journey. Right? I'm 30. I tell y'all, man, I'm at the age where I'm not gonna sit still, bro. I'm not gonna sit there and wallow because my scooter got crashed and I couldn't fix it. So I'm not gonna wallow in that. I'ma still find a new way. And that mentality is in me now. That same mentality is still with me now. You know what I'm saying? That same mentality is with me now. And that mentality is golden, bro. Cause like I said, man, when life don't work out, you approach a pretty face, you want her, but she don't take you back. It's the same principle. You know how many women will always try to act like that you're not that guy, like you're not that serious, until they see you with a bad bitch or just another bitch in general. I feel like that's humanity, bro. That's humanity. That's beyond the bitch. She not even thinking that deep about that until that time come. It's just like we sleep on everybody. Like we all do it. We sleep on everybody. And then when we can't be like, we'll treat somebody away, and then when we can't have access to that person no more, like damn, that's crazy. But you got to think about it. That is, I don't know why it works on that minuscule level, but I see like with a family member or something, that's painful because it's like people form attachments and bonds to things, and then when it's ripped away, it's like it feels like I said, I don't know how to explain it, but what I'm trying to say is like you could get little doses of that when you're talking to bitches sometimes. So you got to be careful, fellas, because the same thing I'm explaining to y'all, they can feel too, which is why women would just avoid the situation. Because they're like, if they don't see you as somebody that they're gonna really marry, you know what I'm saying? Then they're like, nah, I'm good. Which is actually kind of smart. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of smart. It's kind of smart, you feel me? So that's another thing, bro. A lot of guys are not looking for a wife out here. They're not out here looking for no wife. Like they unconsciously are because it's woven into your biology for you to do such a thing. It's woven in your biology to fuck a bitch, but it's not woven into your biology to actually be a man. That's not like it is, but it ain't. It's not no guarantee that you're gonna be like a great man out here, like or be like a real dad or like live for 50 years. You know what I'm saying? That's not woven. That's not a promise. But you trying to fuck a pretty face, that's a promise. That's a promise. And like the truth of the matter, bro, is this, bro. Like I'm trying to tell you in this video, man. Number 3 was if she don't want to sleep with you, bro. All these women want to get fucked, bro. So it's like if the first 2 things are going the right way, then you better believe that third level of her getting crushed is an automatic, bro. And I think a lot of guys are having trouble because they get so wrapped up in the texting and what do I say the fly thing to say? Bro, when a chick like you, I don't say no fly shit. When a chick like me, I don't say no fly shit, bro. I literally just respond. And I respond adequately to whatever the topic is, whatever the conversation is. We talking about spiritual shit, I'm gonna talk about some spiritual shit. But I'm not gonna over expand on spirituality, but I'm gonna make sure I say a sentence or 2 about that topic, and then while also adding some new shit in there, so I'm responding while leaving an opening for the conversation to go possibly somewhere else. Because, like I tell y'all, man, my comfort matters to me. And why wouldn't a woman's comfort matter to her? You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, bro. Like I said, every man is not looking for a wife. But I believe me, unconsciously, I'm looking for that at the end of the day. At the end of the day, bro, like, niggas is not kids anymore, bro. Not even gonna lie. And it gets to a point because it's like, that's what guys gotta really figure out. It ain't even about none of these bitches out here, cause these chicks come and go, bro, and they're not, some of them not even looking for nobody at all. So like they'll leave you on scene, you sitting here thinking that they doing something malice or evil, but they really just being who they are, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like you don't even know a chick if you met her in what? You met her, fucking talk to her for fucking 2 minutes. You don't know her, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to get wrapped up in trying to figure women. There's no way to figure women out. You know what I'm saying? No, it's a waste of fucking time. I just give y'all steps into the video to where y'all can steal the step and go out there knowing that, okay, if a bitch don't text me, then I'm deleting the number. Because it was a point where I wasn't even doing that. I don't delete everything all the time, but a lot of times you got to, because it's like, if you're approaching 15 women a day, bro, like, women play games, so it's gonna be a lot of bullshit. There's gonna be a few that are like, oh nah, shit really progressing with shorty, you feel what I'm saying? And that's when you gotta really stand on it. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all niggas, is that a woman, like how Emma said earlier, this the problem too. They don't know, thank you for the likes. Women don't know if you like them or not. That's the main problem. You have two problems. If you show that you like them too much, it can fuck up, depending on the woman. But most women, 80% think like this. The other way is if you show that you're too not, like if you're not like responding, or if you're not like giving them enough energy, then they don't know, like I said, they don't know if you like them. Like Emma said, like, she literally said it, bro. Like, and she's not the first female to say that, bro. I don't been told by women personally, like, certain shit similar to that. Every woman expresses this differently, but it's all the same message. Like, you're not pursuing me enough. You're not making me feel pursued. You're not really going in for the kill. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing that shit. And so you gotta be active, bro. You gotta actively show women that you're trying to fuck with them. That's one of the biggest things I think guys don't realize about game, is that game is active, not deactive or reactive. It's not deactive or reactive, it's just active. Like, life itself should feel active. You know, you should be alive. Life should be pulsing through your fucking DNA and through your veins every second. You should be electrified as a human. You should be, moving and grooving. That's another thing, bro. Like, and that's why I was talking about how you eat. If you eat nothing but fruits, they have electrolytes. This is fucking in the word, electrolytes. If you eating bread, pizza, hot wings, chicken, I forgot I ate some wings yesterday. I cheated the vegan. I fucked up. I cheated the vegan, and the vegan. Look, when you cheat life just cheats. It's gonna cheat you back. I'm sitting here trying to figure out why I'm feeling a little Definitely text them first thing in the morning saying, good morning, huh? Good morning, hon. Pizza is the word. Wait, pizza is in the word pizza. Good morning, hon. Hey, I ain't saying the word hun, but yeah, good morning. I don't even do all that good morning and then try to say a cute nickname. Hey, good morning. Look, let me tell y'all boys something, man. When they like you, bro, they like you, man. That's the problem, bro. All that extra sauce people trying to put on it, it's good sometimes, but it's really good for nothing. Because you get more for nothing. You get more for less. And that's the problem with the game. Make sure you subscribe. Hey, 6 people in here, drop a one if you in the chat. Make sure y'all sub, man. You know what I'm saying? We on the road to 3K. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it to 3K. Let's get to 3K by the end of next month, bro. Let's really lock in. Because like I'm telling you can't hit them sweet candy yams if you can't text her back. That's the bare minimum, right? Sometimes fellas as men, we gotta tell ourselves this. Texting her is the bare minimum. Texting her is the bare fucking minimum, bro. That's all you gotta do, bro. Like, is text a bitch back? Come on, bro. That's the bare minimum. And you could go back outside and talk to more women. So you don't even gotta sit around and wait for her to text you back. But you gotta send out that text. And another thing I wanna add to this video is when y'all figure out things, when y'all figure out things to say, when y'all figure out things in life, like patterns and how you do things with women, keep it up. Don't change. Like, say you figure something out, like, oh, this works, but then you and that woman don't work out. That don't mean the shit you're doing don't work. It doesn't mean the thing that you're doing doesn't work. It means that it works so well that you progressed with the woman and y'all found out that, hey, we don't get along. Like recently I had something like that happen. Me and this chick, man, it's funny because like, man, listen, I'm telling you, bro. Yo, listen, I gotta actually, bro, I gotta actually see something real quick. But I'm not gonna end this video. We're gonna end we're gonna end this video at like 1:30. Let me think. 2 hours. A little under, maybe under 2 hours. So we got about 30 minutes. Because I even got to get back to my text messages, bro. I even got to get back to my shit. See, I don't talk myself into the excitement. You see how that works? I don't talk myself into the excitement because women are a fucking trip, bro. You got to understand they're fun to talk to through the good times and through the bad times. The game will always be king because a lot of dating coaches say don't nag a woman. Don't say nothing negative to women. And I agree, right? Be a gentleman first. Stand on it, right? Ain't no such thing as halfway gentleman. You either a gentleman or you're not. But the problem is this, chat. Sometimes you're talking to a woman and everything is perfect at first. Definitely could not whoop. You're talking to a woman and everything is quote unquote perfect, right? And y'all gotta understand another thing too, man. The less women you get, the more everything seems perfect. I don't make the rules up, bro. I'm just giving y'all the info as I learn the game more. Because when you're thirsty, when you've got less, when you've had less experience or you're thirsty, you're really literally only going off of her looks, which to me is like so crazy right now. Like, but that's what you're doing, bro. I hope y'all know that. You're going 1000% just off of her looks because you haven't even sat down and had a burger with the bitch. You haven't even sat down and ate popcorn and looked at a screen with the bitch. Right? So what happens is that you get what we call stuck in a maze. You know, you're under a spell, spellbound. And this is real shit. Because let me tell you something. Why do y'all listen? A lot of guys don't text women enough because they don't unravel her personality. Women are smarter than us. At least they're like, oh, I'm gonna text this nigga to death so I see his personality before I give him some pussy. You should be thinking just like that bitch. You understand? Yo, shits. I'm not gonna call you that. I don't know how many times I can say that word without. What you talking about? I'm gonna call you about to go. Or about to. Yo, about to. You in the chat? You still there, bro? Yo, I'm not reading negative comments. We talking this game shit, man. What city you in, Balta? What city you in, bro? We not distracted, man. We not distracted. I'm telling you because I made a video on distractions yesterday, bro. He just a troll, man. Listen, chat. Yo, Prince. Oh, you in Philly? That's not too far from me, bro. Prince said, hey, man, are you gonna be live for at least 20 minutes? I'm 15 minutes away from home driving right now. So you got the V? Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be live a little bit longer. I don't know how long though, to be honest. I might go live later. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, listen. When y'all meet women, y'all go strictly off of their looks. Me too, at first. And that's a fucking problem. But that's why I tell y'all to do things like go to the gym, do things like go, because when you have activities, hobbies, and events, you're literally outside without intent to, it has nothing to do with women. And when you're doing that, you're automatically sexy. Because people don't understand gravity. You have gravity at that point. Like I'm looking at a now roam around. It has no intent. It's just a dog. A dog is attractive to people because people like, it's just a dog being a dog. That's when you're the most attractive. That's why when you first approach women, you're the most sexy you're gonna ever be to them because it's like, look at this dog being a dog. Like, look at this guy being a guy. That's sexy at first. It's not until you catch feelings or you start acting cringy, when you move off of the path of what's normal, you start doing weird shit. You double text. Well, I can double text because I do it naturally. But a lot of guys can't double text because it's not who they are. I can double text because it works when I do it. It works. In fact, I double text after they start double texting usually. I start off singular texting. But when the conversation gets good, I don't discriminate on how many texts I'm about to send. Nigga, my hallway not pissy. What you talking about? That's what's up out here. That's what's up. You out here to meet up with. See how fast you block a bitch? You block a bitch fast. And I was just being cool with the bitch because I thought the bitch was a cool ass bitch. But you see what I'm saying? You block them. As soon as they get it twisted. And that's what you do with these women. It's the same program, just a different day. Same program. It don't matter who you are, what your gender is, your religion. We all bleed the same. So as soon as you start talking crazy, you're blocked. And that's the thing about life, man. You see, you don't get better at kissing people ass, you get better at cutting people off. It's the same thing across the board. The second somebody play with you, block them, delete them, get them away from your algorithm, get them away from your vibe. You know what I'm saying? Moochie, what's good, brother? How you feeling today? Y'all might have to run this vid back after all, man. I think Moochie, I thought you was in here earlier, a little earlier. Maybe it was from yesterday or this morning. And that might have been Emmy. I don't know. No, I don't think he was in here just now. But yeah, bro. Let me get to what I was saying though about women. Some women are what I like to call toxic. I mean, how do I know a woman's toxic? I know a woman is toxic because when I start talking to her a specific type of way, she's responding. But say I'm trying to get to know her. Say I'm following that script of trying to get to know her. Well, there's no spice in the conversation right now. See, a woman, especially black women, I love y'all, but listen, I gotta do it. But really any woman, to be honest, it could be any woman really with this shit. When you say something that might be offensive, you have their undivided attention. You have their undivided attention. When you say something that might be offensive, you have their undivided attention. I tell y'all all the time, when I was at Job Corps, there was somebody who used to do this shit all the time, even to guys. He was just an asshole, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny that when you, and I want to take it a step deeper than just talking about nagging and saying something that might offend somebody. When you first meet people, people are already offended a lot of the time. They're not offended consciously. They're not consciously offended.
But when I first went to Job Corps, how many people do y'all think seen me within the first week already had an opinion about me? Right? Probably everybody, or a good healthy amount of people. And that's something that didn't cross my mind at the time at all, right? And that's what's so funny. Like when people don't know you, it's like people could think something, but then it's like, oh, well, I don't know this nigga. So I can't really run with the thing that I'm trying to use to like. I believe human beings are naturally destroyers. Like we like to destroy each other, just like every other animal on the planet. Like we don't just build things. Like people think about America, like, oh yeah, we this is a nice place. We built this way, or we look at all the way things are built and they look very nice. But human beings are really evil too. So what happens when you give a woman not a backhanded compliment or some shit? I would never really insult a stranger like that. To me, that's like it's just a waste of time. But when you really start having a conversation with somebody, say she's a beautiful woman and you realize that she's shallow. Say you realize that she's shallow. This is something I see throughout America across the fucking board. So you see it. You'll probably see this today if y'all go outside and talk to women. Or say you start texting. It's easier to see when you start texting than it is when you first meet them because you don't know them at first. That's why it would make no fucking common sense to say something negative to a stranger. But in a matter of a 15-minute conversation, you can find something. But like I said, on the first approach, you probably shouldn't say something negative. But say when you start texting back and forth, and this woman talks about money. She starts talking about money. She starts making a conversation about money. She's basically saying, hey, I want this type of guy. Whenever a woman does anything to signal what she wants, that's actually a moment where we can agree or disagree. It's not an attack. It's either as a human being, I'm either gonna agree or be honest and disagree. So if a woman says, oh, like I had this woman, I told her, like, we were talking about money a little bit, like budgeting and groceries and shit. And I told her, like, my budget is cheap. I eat fruit every day. So my budget is fairly cheap. She didn't like that because her budget, when she goes grocery shopping, is like over $100, over $200, whatever, wherever it is. That's the average American's fucking grocery budget, right? She was already judging that she thought I was a broke boy, right? This is how women do. They will judge without trying to resonate or figure out why you do. Even if you tell them why you do what you do, they're still thinking you're broke. You might be broke and you might be disproportionately mismatched to that woman financially. And the funny thing is that woman feels like she's settling at that point. She feels like hey, I can do better than this. I can do better than this, right? And y'all gotta get used to women thinking that thought. Y'all gotta get used to women thinking that thought. Because that's the thought that they think about everybody. It ain't just you. Even if a guy made thousands of dollars a year, a bitch still gonna look at him like, I probably could do better than this guy. That is a natural thought in the feminine thought process. Like I was just saying earlier, they're always going to be, there's an ungratefulness that comes with women. And that's because the feminine is a couple things. It's chaos, but the feminine is also, they love variety. So they're just like with the grocery shop in the market analogy, they'll take an apple, they'll take another apple, put them together. I want this apple. This apple looks shinier. This apple looks cleaner. whatever the case. So they're constantly evaluating and doing that. So when you talk to women, you have to watch what you say, but you also have to so say things in a way that doesn't, like, so for instance, like, instead of telling a woman your budget, right, you probably say something that skips over that in a way. Now, some women are going to even pry into that shit regardless by asking another question, right? And but see, here's the thing. She never liked you in the first place. When a woman makes it about money, my brain tells me she doesn't like me that much. Money is kind of like a lever. You can pull it, it goes up and down. It comes and it goes. It's not really a stable object. This is why I can call them shallow. If a woman ever tries to call you out broke, you call them shallow, basically. If a woman ever tries to call you broke, you call them shallow. And the reason you do this is because a woman should never even be correcting you. A woman should never be correcting you. See, a woman can ask you about your money. A woman it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Because a woman ultimately don't know how much money you got or don't got. They don't really know. But this is how you know they don't like you. Because if you liked me, would you really be worried about my money? No, because you're going to be worried about the honey. See, she's going to be worried about getting that nectar. She's going to be worried about getting crushed. She's going to be worried about getting crushed. She's not going to be worried about how much money does he bring in a week? How much money does he bring in a month? She's not going to be worried about those things, man. I think a woman should only be worried to a degree. Like, can he take care of himself? Does he have what he needs to have to sustain his own well-being? The same way a mother would think. Can my son take care of himself? Is he going to be good blowing my phone up asking me for a ride? Is he going to be doing X, Y, and Z? Is he in poverty? Is he a broke boy? But not like trying to clock your money, your financial situation to the point where they do, bro. And they do that, it's crazy because again, it's kind of like, do they really like you? This is why so many guys get used, because they're usable niggas. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean be selfish with your money. It just means be thoughtful when you give it out. And if a woman can't handle you being a stingy nigga, then that's her fucking own personal issue. Now, if she cut you off, but make sure you tell her that make sure you tell her on the way out that she's not a wifey type. Make sure you let her know she's not a wifey type. Make sure you let her know about herself. Because when she make it about money, she's basically saying, hey, I don't like you like that. So then when you texting me, was it about my money? Was it about you want a guy to take you on a date? You want a guy to put his coat on the floor over the wet rain and let you walk over it? You want to be treated a specific type of way, I understand. But let's get one thing understood.
is that sexual attraction has nothing to do with a paycheck. It has nothing to do with that. So when they try to make it about that, it's dishonorable. You know what I'm saying? Because they're basically saying, "Hey, I don't see you as a man, and if you don't see me as a man, then why are you texting me?" Hold on, let me see. I asked that Hannah girl if she wanted to hang out this summer. She said she was real busy. And then I asked if I could have her number. And she said she wasn't really interested. At least I asked. No, yeah, at least you asked, man. At least you asked, bro. At the end of the day. You feel me? That's all you can do. That's all you can do and then move on. Did you approach any other females recently? You know what I'm saying? That's really all that matters. And I tell y'all 15 women a day because at the end of the day, the only reason, like just got done telling y'all earlier, y'all gonna always focus on what you can't have when you're not taking any physical steps towards the next woman, the next, when you're not doing anything to get to the next. I want to say object, but it's not an object, it's a woman. I'm objectifying women and shit. But you want to get to the next woman because at the end of the day, that woman doesn't owe you anything. That's the biggest problem. See, biology is really unfair when you think about it because it is like big bank take little bank type shit. Like a nigga, like Quavo could fuck your girl. Offset could fuck your girl, but you might not can't fuck Cardi B. It's not even a might, but you can't. So it's like, I'm not saying you can't, but I'm saying you usually won't. Because of biology, bro. It's not really that you can't do it. In fact, you can do it, but you have to be rich in this game. You have to be rich with something. You have to have something. That's my biggest awareness right now. Like, you have to have something. Because if she didn't have that ass, you might not wouldn't care if she didn't text you back. I think most guys get butt hurt when that girl is thick. When that girl is thick, something about her stands out, and then you're mesmerizing. What was it about Hannah? What was it about Hannah? What made you mesmerize? I could tell you about the last chick I just approached that made me mesmerize. It was a couple things. It was a couple things on her that made me mesmerize. When you get mesmerized, you can't memorize the game. You can't move a certain type of way, bro. You can't. It goes against each other. It's contrast, It goes against each other. That's why guys are easily played traditionally all the time, yearly, monthly played, because these women are beautiful at the end of the day. And when you get in a relationship, it magnetizes it even more. Like it stands out even more, I feel like. You know? When you cuddling, hugging, all of that, it kind of makes it worse. And yeah, that's an issue, bro. It's an issue. Because women, they could grow on you. You know what I'm saying? They could really could grow on you. So that's why game is literally more important than money. Because like I said, man, once a woman tells you, oh, once you women shouldn't even ask you questions about certain things, but once they try to do it, it's already like, damn, this shit might not work. This shit might not work out because she's already asking a question. Now, it could go two ways. She could be asking you a financial question because she's trying to see if you're the type of guy she could have a kid with. Right? Remember, biology isn't always the first thing. So she might be asking you, do you have a job? Because she's trying to see, like, can I reproduce with this nigga? And that's scientifically proven, right? So I don't get mad at that. Can't get mad at it. But when they try to make it seem like because you don't have a job at the time, or You know, a lot of women take things that are at the time as like, this is who you are. You know what I'm saying? You'll never have a job again. You'll never make X amount of dollars because right now I just met you and you don't got a car, you don't got a job, you don't got a house. And when you look at it, what's so funny to me is your trajectory might be outside of hers. Like meaning like you might be the next Quavo, you might be the next Dwayne the Rock Johnson, you might be the next Kai Cenat, but she's taking you today at face value. Like it's funny when I first started watching Kai Cenat, he was in college and he was getting rejected by some, you know, I ain't gonna say she was average looking, but she was average looking. She was cute though, but like he was getting rejected, bro. That's the story that I'm trying to say. And niggas, like I said, niggas have a propensity to chase women that they always lose. You can see that he still did it even with the new chick that he got, that Gabrielle chick. It's the same song, bro, just on a bigger stage. I seen him doing that shit when I first moved into this crib like 7 years ago. It's the same exact fucking thing. It's just that he had more money. So what did the girl do? Oh, they think they like you more because you got more money. What can money do? Buy us some pizzas every night? What can money really do in terms of you being sexually attracted to me? It can't do nothing. If me and you go to the movies, it's gonna make you think you like me. Why would I do such a thing like that? Why would I do it? I wouldn't. That's the answer. I wouldn't. And women don't understand the importance of like going over to a nigga crib and just getting fucked. Why don't they understand that? Because somebody got in their ear, probably a woman, and told them, hey, you just giving it out. You just giving it out. You don't even know what you're doing. You just giving it out. And made her feel like a fucking idiot. Just got this thick dread head, was chopping it up with before I got on the bus. You talking about right now? You just did that? My guy out here busting dance moves. It is around that time. It's 4. It's going on 5. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all. You could meet a chick. I met a chick this morning at like what? I want to say 7. She was jogging and shit. Met her, whatever. But you could meet a chick really at any time. It's just in the middle of the night, maybe 7-Eleven, maybe. But you can't. It's hard in the middle of the night, but it happens though. Like certain places I go, like you gotta know how to move. And I got an electric scooter, so I kind of could like holler. I could be like on the side, like holler, you know, chick on the sidewalk. You know what I'm saying? Got her number. Got her number. She texted me. I told what I like, and she was with it. What you mean? You told her she's what you like, or you told her what you like? Like, you feel me? Like what you mean? Man, I just do some shoes on, man. It's 5. It's going on 5 o'clock. I got the polos on. Polos on my feet, man. That's what we doing today. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Sometimes I find something to do in the day. You know what I'm saying? Randomly. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's hard to. It's easy. I mean, it's easy to like get trapped in the crib, and I don't think niggas understand that it's too easy to get trapped in the crib. I got a couple. I don't know what I'm gonna throw on. This shit too small. You feel me? I was thinking about throwing this on, but this too small. So I'm gonna try to get this to my nephew if he wants this joint. He getting big though, man. He might not can't even fit that mug. Not gonna hold you. And then I got the Nautica shit. I'm probably gonna throw this on. You know what I'm saying? See,
Mooch, we gotta chop it up about clothes, bro. Cause you got a job, so you probably got some. Ain't nothing flyer than your work clothes. When you got on the work clothes, you can pull any bitch. You got on the construction shit, you can pull any bitch. They love a nigga in the uniform, you know what I'm saying? They love the uniform. You feel me? What's good though, chat? I'm about to get ready to try to bust a dance move. My boy Moochie just motivated me, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna pull up outside for a little hour or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm probably gonna go hit the store and then move through. That's really what I'm probably about to do, man. Little unmotivated. But yeah, that's what I'm probably about to do. Chat. Cause what time is it? 4:48 p.m. So yeah, man, I gave y'all all three. I gave y'all all three of these these things. And I also want to add that in the midst of all of this, there's a word in the game called compliance. And a lot of the stuff that I just mentioned, the three things I just mentioned, have a lot to do with compliance. If you can't tell her what to do, then she's not in compliance. Like my boy just said, he told her what he was interested in. She showed compliance. That's really the only thing that I believe every man we have that shows us where we stand with a woman. It really does. That's why I told y'all, if you tell her like, oh, like text me instead of staying on Instagram, she wants to stay on Instagram, that's non-compliance. But I sometimes what confuses me, I be like trying to give a woman a chance because I be like, maybe she don't understand how to be a woman. But then again, you don't know. So I be like, I try to give chances, but it's like you really can't because my theory is if a woman likes you, she's gonna be a woman. You know, so she's not gonna act any other way. Now, a lot of women think that I am being a woman. Like, okay, I'm not fucking you fast. I'm being a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like they think like that's their psychology. Like, because I'm not fucking you fast, I'm being a woman. Somebody got in their ear and told them that. I'm telling y'all. Whether it's church, mom, somebody. And that creates that bad tension instead of good sexual tension. Because when they slow shit down to quote unquote have a conversation, they're making you move like a simp or a chimp instead of a fucking man. Because when I first approached you, I was moving in a certain flow, a certain rhythm that had nothing to do with being stopped. The second that you stop it, you're saying, I don't trust you. Let me get to know you more. But she's really fucking up the flow. if you get fucked fast, you just get fucked fast. Why are you about to even, you feel me? But see, that's what y'all gotta pay attention to. Because she should be grown, mature enough to know, even if I go to his crib, I don't have to get fucked. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever we do, I don't have to get fucked. So that's why I say I don't know if they're young minded and they don't know what being a woman really is. Because just like a lot of men don't know what being a man is, you feel me? Like that's what really is going on out here. Like guys just take women at face value. Like, oh, they all know how to be a woman. Nah, a lot of them trying to figure out what it means to be a woman. They probably only been in like 2 real relationships. Average woman only been in like 2 real relationships. 2 or 3. That's the average. So when you take them at face value, you look stupid. But it's all love, chat. I'm gonna probably go live later. I enjoyed this. I really did. You know what I'm saying? Love is love. I gotta hit the store. I gotta figure out what stores I'm gonna hit because I really need to get some more fruit. And that's really what I need to do. That's really the mission right now. That's really the mission right now, no cap. Alright, yeah, I'm out, man. See ya. It's only one person in here, but whoever watched this back, see ya, man. I'm out, man. See ya.